What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Crypto Wisdom. This is Mr. Aslan, your host as always, and whatever I speak in this video is purely for educational purposes and not a financial advice. A disclaimer which I always have to say. So let's get on to this video where I discuss about Polygon, a layer 2 solution for Ethereum, as well as what are its advantages and features, and why I personally think Polygon is a very good option when it comes to projects to migrate, or even why it has a bright future as compared to many other blockchains that are existing out there. Let's head over to two articles which I would like to showcase and share some information with you guys. I'll also leave the links to these articles in the description box below so that you could go ahead and have a detailed read on the same. So the first one that I would like to showcase is from Analytics Steps. It discusses mainly about the features and advantages and what exactly is a Polygon network. Now, understanding the network, it has a technical explanation as to how it was created as well as what it actually does. The framework also, it explains about how the Ethereum layer exists, the security layer exists, the Polygon networks layer exists, and the execution layer exists. Now, these are the four layers that are part of the entire framework of the Polygon network as such. Polygon basically offers a scaling solution, in case you do not know, on a simple front. This is how they offer for different blockchains. It's not specific to only ETH alone. However, it has a close relation with Ethereum mainly because of the factor that it's having that interoperable option of a dApp created. More on that as we progress with the features and the advantages of Polygon. Now, as you scroll down, you also have details of working with Polygon, like how it actually works, how the layer 2 solution operates and stuff like that. Now take this for an example. Ethereum can only hold 70 transactions per block. That is only if there is an ETH to ETH transfer between wallets. If it's involving a smart contract, then the number of transactions will significantly come down, mainly because of the factor of how it's actually built in terms of transactions in the backend. So you would have probably 40 to 50 transactions that you can happen per block. So having this amount of low number in transactions, it's very low in fact, and the speed at which the network itself operates, you definitely need a scaling solution, which these layer 2 solutions offer. And the biggest advantage with Polygon is its proof of stake system, which Ethereum is also going to shift over to once the merger happens, which is a big boon to both the ecosystems, I would say. Now, Polygon already is offering a lot of services in terms of having layer 2 solutions integrated. It will come over to the framework. If I look at it, the security layer, the networks layer, and the Ethereum layer itself, you can see that the Ethereum layer is made up of a collection of smart contracts that run on the Ethereum network. Staking, transaction, finality, and communication between Polygon chains and Ethereum are all possible with them. What this ideally means in the backend is, even though the smart contract or the token itself exists in the Ethereum blockchain, the further transactions that usually happen in the backend for any of the transfers or even exchanges, by exchange I mean E to the other token A, token B conversion, these things happen in a layer 2 solution. What this is offering is a much lower gas fee as well as a speed in which the transaction actually happens. If, for example, you would have seen certain transactions, you would have seen that in your wallet, when you actually convert from Ethereum to any other token, when you go to the actual transaction details, you would have seen that the conversion first happens from ETH to WETH and then WETH to your token, after which again you will be seeing the token in your wallet that is transferred. Why this happens in the backend is that WETH, or the wrapped Ethereum, is existing on the layer 2 solution. So that would result in a much lower gas fee, and that would also result in a faster transaction speed. Now, you would also have a question in mind that if at all it's happening on the Polygon network, why is it that I'm still paying the gas fees for the Ethereum side? See, the transaction speed and the transaction itself, the block creation is happening from the Polygon side. However, the blocks are still existing on the Ethereum chain itself. So you would still have to pay the fees in Ethereum. Also, there is another factor involving here, the swaps themselves. Now, the swaps always will have some kind of a transaction fee that is levied along with that is integrated to your gas fee itself, a portion of which will be going to your swaps like Uniswap, 1xSwap, or SushiSwap, or any other swap that's out there. All these things involved in the backend would definitely result in a higher gas fee. Considering other factor as well, like I mentioned earlier, the block itself is created on Ethereum, so you would definitely have to bear the cost in Ethereum network itself, until and unless you're transacting with wrapped Ethereum already. Like for example, on OpenSea, many of the NFT transactions do happen through the Polygon network itself. So if your Ethereum is already existing in the Polygon blockchain, the entire transaction from start to end, including the block creation, is happening on the Polygon blockchain itself. That is where you would see that the fees would be paid in Matic or sometimes even in ETH, however the bridge supports, but the amount of ETH that you actually pay is very less. That's because the entire thing is happening on the Polygon network itself. Let's go ahead and have a quick look at the features of Polygon. Availability, high throughput, customer experience, security, and public sidechains. Coming to availability, on Polygon sidechains, transactions are quick, low cost, and safe, with the finality on the main chain and Ethereum as the first suitable layer 1 based chain. Now, when it comes to finality, I mean the block creation or the transaction initiates on the Ethereum network, gets processed in the Polygon network, and the end result again goes back to the Ethereum network. So the transaction record per se is still on the Ethereum blockchain. However, the transaction happens through a layer 2 solution. Now, a bit confusing, right? Let me give you a simple example to understand. Think of it this way. You're actually having a small patch of land and you decide to grow some fruits in it, say grapes, for example, and you want to prepare wine from the grapes and sell it in the open market. When you do it yourself, one, you own a very small patch of land and you can only grow to a certain extent. You can only process the grapes to a certain extent since you do not have big high machineries or production lines that you can establish. Since yes, everything involves cost and stuff, and your final price of the wine would be skyrocketed with the amount of investment that you would have done in terms of having this processing machine set up. And if you have a small patch of land, it doesn't really make sense for you to have such sophisticated equipment in terms of processing too, right? So considering this, imagine you are still growing it in a small patch of land. However, there would be a processing unit or a factory which would go ahead and purchase it from not only you but many other farmers that are out there. Say 10 other people who have the same amount of land that you have, and they go ahead and process these batches in huge quantities. And they do have the equipment, they do have the space, they do have the expertise, they can do it within a jiffy. Whereas when you want to do it individually, you take a longer duration as well as the cost would be very, very high. So here, you as a farmer having a small patch of land is Ethereum, and the factory or the production manufacturing unit for wine, which is having a much more wider bandwidth, is Polygon network or a layer 2 solution. Easy? Well, let me know in the comment section below what you feel about it. Coming over to high throughput. Now, on the internal testnet, it was able to provide or reach up to 7,000 transactions per second on a single sidechain. For horizontal scaling, many chains will be created. To make it more simple for you, on horizontal sidechains, think of a swimming pool. Now, when you have a swimming pool and you have a single track available for people to go ahead and utilize, you can go ahead and have a maximum of say 5 to 10 people in that particular lane at a time. However, when you have 10 different side lanes created right next to it, you could have 5 into 10, that's 50 people at a time in the swimming pool using these entire lanes. That's how the sidechains can be created for improving the scalable options. Now imagine there are 7,000 transactions per second happening on a single sidechain. What if there are 10 sidechains created for a specific application? Then that means 70,000 transactions can happen in a second. That's huge. That's really huge. Now, customer experience, wallet connect support, native mobile applications, and SDK. SDK stands for software development kits, and developer abstraction from the main chain to Polygon chain. It's pretty straightforward and easy for the developers and the wallet connect apps or integrations to backend applications. It's pretty straightforward with the Polygon network. Security, operators of Polygon chains are also stakers in the proof of stake system. That's where Ethereum is also heading. Now, public side chains, unlike individual dApps, Matic side chains are open to the public, permissionless, and capable of supporting numerous protocols. Advantages of Polygon over other cryptos. Polygon is one of the most fascinating blockchain initiatives, blah blah blah, and focusing on interoperability and scale. These are the two important words that I would like to definitely highlight, because these are the ones which are mainly making the Polygon network to be a very high adoptable network out there. Now, when it comes to interoperability, it only means between communication or exchange of information between the blockchains. Now, when I say interoperable is easy, that means that anything that is created on the Ethereum side can coexist on the Polygon side without possibly no changes at all, in fact, in the smart contract that is written, unless and until you would like to improvise it or specifically write a new one for the Polygon network itself, having much more functionalities added with the advantages of what Polygon has. And the second one being the scalable option. Like I said, the more amount of transactions that a block can hold, the more amount of transactions per second, the speed of transactions that can happen, it's much more future proof, I would say. Polygon is the first scaling solution that fully supports the Ethereum virtual machine, Ethereum's blockchain based software that allows developers to construct decentralized apps. Whenever you're creating an app on Ethereum network, the same dApp can just go ahead and work with the Polygon side. So when it comes to scaling solutions, that's where I mentioned that you see that wrapped Ethereum and stuff, that integration is very, very simple and straightforward. Now, this makes Polygon accessible and simple to Ethereum community. The biggest advantage, because you're tapping two communities here, the Polygon and the Ethereum side, which is already used to construct smart contracts in Solidity. That's now object-oriented programming language, in case you do not know. As a result, dApps created on the Polygon network will get the benefits of Ethereum network effect while maintaining their high security. Now, when it comes to contract creations, everything happens on Solidity for the ETH network. In case you did not know, guys, you can write a contract on the Solidity application and deploy it even on the Polygon network completely without any much changes. The compiling and the liquidity providing or the deploying chain would differ. Apart from that, your actual contract doesn't need to be written fresh when you're even migrating your project from ETH network to the Polygon network. It's as easy as that. Another distinguishing aspect of Polygon is the security mechanism is optional, allowing blockchains to maintain their autonomy. As a result, without using Polygon security as a service approach, linked blockchains can have complete compatibility with the Ethereum main chain. Now, Polygon's versatility is critical for developers who want to create fully interoperable dApps that take advantage of the benefits of numerous linked blockchains. This is what I meant by using an app on the Ethereum side, but still easily deploying the same on the Polygon network. In current times of fast technological advancement, Polygon's well-rounded approach to scale solutions can future-proof the network. Polygon does not risk becoming outdated since it provides different scaling techniques. This ensures that they do not become obsolete if one solution becomes an industry standard in the future. I would say this is the biggest advantage that the Polygon entire ecosystem has, because I was reading another article in which they did mention that Polygon has solutions catered to individual needs of many such crypto developers that are out there. They have specific solutions for institutions, they have specific solutions for dApp creation, they have specific solutions for industrial scaling, they have specific solutions for only creating a ecosystem based blockchain, stuff like that. I mean, a layer 2 solution for that, or existing only in the Polygon network. They do not have a single solution that is available. They have multiple solutions and cater to custom made solutions as well. So when this is involved in the backend, it's always a future proof technology, and anything and everything that becomes an industry standard out there, they can easily adopt to it. And since it's an ever evolving ecosystem, this kind of adaptable options will only future proof Polygon. Cool, right? Now, one that I want to actually showcase and give you some amount of numbers is from CoinGecko. Now, according to verified data, 130 million unique wallets have been created on the proof of stake chain of Polygon, and over 1.3 billion transactions to date at the time of writing that article have been done on the Polygon network alone, right? So due to the faster transaction speed and cheaper transaction costs, it has seen an impressive rate of adoption. This is what I want to actually go ahead and quote or highlight over here, because adoption is only the driving factor when it comes to crypto or blockchain on a whole. When you have this much of versatile options available for you and a chain which is easily adoptable by anyone and everyone out there, having the interoperable solutions for multiple blockchains, that's a very big advantage. Now, you're not only tapping the single community, you're also tapping multiple communities across the entire horizon that you can see in the crypto space. Over 150 DeFi projects currently run on the POS chain. A good fraction of this figure operates on other blockchains as well. Now, Uniswap, for example, which was first built on the Ethereum blockchain, also operates on the Polygon network. Likewise, you have 1inch network and SushiSwap, which also migrated towards the Polygon network, mainly because of the scalable options as well as cheaper gas fees. And also, I'll tell you what, they did want to tap the potential of what Polygon had at that point of time, and also provide a platform for many of the applications or tokens that have been created in the Polygon network itself. A lot of more developers or dApps move over or possibly coexist between the Ethereum chain and the Polygon chain as well. That only means that you would have more number of transactions, more number of wallets, and more number of users on the Polygon side too, which is a very big advantage in terms of adoption of the blockchain itself, as well as gives a very big advantage to any of the new developers that are out there, since they are tapping not only the Polygon community alone, they're also tapping the Ethereum community as well. So hope this video gave you some information about the advantages of Polygon, guys. Meet you in the next video. This is Mr. Aslan signing off, and like I always say, subscribe button and the like button, both are free of cost. Please do hit them as hard as you can. Take care. Ciao.